Hey everyone, welcome to Sunday Night Live. All right, we're in the studio. I see everybody jumping in there already. Hopefully, you guys had a great weekend. Man, it's hard to believe it's over after tonight. And we start another week. Man, I don't know what you guys think, but I think this month is flying. It's already the 15th, and Christmas is right around the corner. Oh my goodness, it's going fast. I don't know if you guys think it's going fast, but I know I do. It's going way too fast for me. Before you know it, I will be in Florida down at Hangcon. All right. So if you haven't registered for Hangcon or you've been thinking about it, go on and it's Hangcon, HANGCON.com. So you can go on there and register. I was going to put something up on my a post, a YouTube post. Thank you for the hearts. I see hearts flying already. I got both YouTube and StreamYard open so I can see both. And I did go in there and uh, uh, let's see, Robert Bell and who else did I do? Oh, Cure for Parkinson's. If you guys are in there, you're going to get wrenches along with the others. And you don't have to do anything, but I wanted to kind of build a little bit of more moderators because as we continue to get bigger, we're going to make. I pray over our lives every Sunday. I know in the early days we used to get a lot going on in there, and then it kind of ruined some things. But I just want to, as I see a couple of you are always in here, I just want to make a couple of y'all moderators as well. You know, like the wrench where Darlene and Rick and Jean and all have things just to help out because you guys are in here, and I thought, well, if one of you guys, sometimes not everybody shows up, and we need just a couple of people to look at our comments if they're coming in negatively. Lord willing, we don't have any negative comments, which I guess we do every once in a while, but you guys take care of it great. And usually we pray about it beforehand, before we go live. And ever since we've been doing that, we haven't had really any that I know of anyhow. But welcome to Sunday Night Live again, and I really appreciate each one of you. And I'm just gonna go up here and say we got Cure for Parkinson's, we got Dennis in here. Hey, here we go, Dennis and Elric the Blackheart, brother. How are you doing tonight? And let's see, old Crackadata was going to get coffee and no popcorn. So hopefully you got your coffee by now because that was 20 minutes ago already. Okay, and there's Darlene. Hey, darling, how you doing? Yeah, I hope everybody did have a great weekend. And yeah, it goes quick. Oh my goodness. Hey, Chuck, how are you doing? There's Robert Bell. Yeah, Robert, you should have a thing now too. Yep, you got a wrench. Good deal. Alrighty. And there's Gene. I was just talking to Gene on hello from Georgia. We were talking a little bit ago, and he's itching to camp in some snow. So he said he might have to come up north. Yeah, I'm itching to camp outside of snow. Just kidding. Leonard, yes, Christmas card did not come in yet. I just checked the P.O. box, but I'm going there tomorrow. So maybe it's in there tomorrow. And so if it does come, it'll definitely, I didn't even hang my cord up yet because I just have one Christmas card from Darlene, or not Darlene, Debbie Hills had sent us a Christmas card last week, and I haven't been down to the P.O. box for a couple of days, so there very well could be. But I didn't even string up a paracord yet to hang them. I was going to hang them back here because, like I said, Christmas is coming so quick. Man, it's coming fast. Let's see. There's Darlene again, and there's Rick. Hey, Rick, how are you doing? All right, Mr. B. Welcome, welcome, Mr. B. Howdy, Tony, and all the chat. There's Freddie Boss, brother. How are you doing? Johnny, how are you doing? Chimpo, my first time joining a live chat. How are you, Tony? I'm doing great. And welcome. Everybody remembers their first time, right? In chat, so yeah, this is December, and welcome to our chat. Everybody probably saying hello to you. And like I said, if it is your first time in here, maybe if you want to put down the state you're from, that would be awesome too. That way we can see where you're coming from. And yeah, we get a lot of people from all over the world. Yeah. There's Skeeter. Skeeter, that ice is getting thicker. Yeah. I drove through a puddle that had ice on it. I was going to look for an area to camp at. And I thought, well, I'm going to drive back here and check it out. And it's a lot of water. And I stayed to this side of it because it had ice on it. And the Subaru went boom right down in it. And I was breaking the ice as I was driving. So it's not thick yet, but it's getting there, especially with this weather. It's going to warm up for the next couple days, but then next week, I saw it's going to get colder. Hey, Joseph, how are you doing? Alrighty. Joseph Kelly there. All of y'all that have requested the 2.0 stickers, the RA 2.0 stickers, that had sent me an email. I've sent all that I've had out, with the exception of Traveling Tiv. He's over in Thailand, so I got to go to the post office tomorrow. That's why I'm going to the post office. But find out what I got to do to send an envelope to Thailand. So it's this huge address and a little confusing. So I'm going to get them to help me with it. But if you have not sent me an email for a sticker, send me an email and I will put a couple stickers in there for you and get them sent out. My email is in the bottom of every description of every video, randomadventures927@gmail.com. But send me that and I'll get it sent out to you. And then also, when you email me, if you do get them, a lot of people have been saying, "Hey, I got the stickers." In fact, they send me a picture too of it, like on their pickup truck and things like that. And I really appreciate that. Yeah. Hey, Ashley and Charlie, how are you doing? Hello, everyone. And let's see. Made it just in time, says Olin Crackedated, and brought my friends. Oh, look at all the ants and the squirrels and stuff. Yeah. Oh, what did you guys think of the live thumbnail? I was playing around with it, and I used to use a thumbnail maker, but about a month ago, maybe a little more than a month, all of the stuff that they had on there, you can't use anymore. It's weird. Like I could only make white letters or black letters and outline them in white or black. I used to be able to do all kinds of different fonts. Can't do that anymore. So I've been trying to figure out how I was going to do it. So I started doing them on my taking a picture. So on that thumbnail that you saw, that was actually a picture of the back here closer up. And then on my phone, I can pull, like if I hold my finger over, like say an image of me, it pulls it off and I can copy it to a clipboard and then I can move it over to that picture and put it on there. And then to get the fonts and like the neon stuff, I go into my editing app on my phone that I edit all my videos on. And I thought, why can't I make something on there and just screenshot it? So that's what I did. And so that's how I've been making different things. But I held my thumb over the in my camera over to the U-Haul van, and it pulled that out, and then I pasted that onto that picture that I was layering stuff. I don't know, that might be too technical to hear about, but I figured out a way to do it. Yeah. Hey, Randy, how you doing? Hello, Tony, and everybody. Just got back from Wild Camp. Oh, how was that? And getting ready for Hangcon next month. I know Hangcon's coming quick, Randy. Yeah, it is. But that was with Rewild Outdoors. So that he had his wild camp. It must have been this weekend here. Yeah. Oh, I'd like to have come down for that too. But then I'd have been stuck in Florida for a couple of weeks. Miss Christmas, miss New Year's. But it would have been Florida, warmer than up here. Yeah, I am on two other channels. So if you can help me, let me know. Absolutely. Let's see if I can find this over here. Well, I appreciate that. Let's see. Can I do it? Let's see. There we go. Okie dokie. and save. Yeah, all that we can get is be helpful. So if you're willing to help, I really appreciate that, guys. Alrighty. So hey, Jackie plus everything. Welcome, welcome. And Jackie is a plus everything is also a oh, let's get it up there. Yeah, is also a 2.0 crew. That's that little thing next to the on here it shows an S. Over there it shows a star. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, thank you for being a 2.0 crew. Yes, and there's Mike, my brother Mike. How are you doing, Mike? Yes, yes. And Alpine Warrior is in the house sporting his wrench. Hey, homeless Santa, how are you doing? Looking forward to seeing you. Yeah, evening 2.0 crew. Yeah, Miss 2.0. I just talked to her on the phone. She went to um, our one child's house for Riley's house for dinner. And she's on her way back, and she said it's snowing. So it is snowing here in central Pennsylvania. I got to go out and pick up our daughter Emma after work tonight. She gets off at 11:30. So that should give them time to do the roads. But I like driving in snow, not like most people, but I enjoy it. I love driving in snow. Yeah, I do. Hey, John, JP, how are you doing? Lawns and more. Yeah, good seeing you last night on your live. Yeah, so go over and check out JP Lawns and more. And like I said, a lot of gold panning and things like that. But go check his channel out. Yes. All right. Yeah, Kentucky. All right. And we got Mississippi Gulf Coast here. Alrighty, Mr. B. And then M New Year. Yeah, right, Skeeter. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Oh, so no commentary gamer. Alrighty. Hi, my name is Tony. Hey, yours is Tony too? Or wait, Tony 1. I'm Tony 2.0. Yeah, and what's really neat is when I was down at Hangcon last year, I met another Tony down there who comes to the hammock events, but he wears a hat. That backwards Tony is why not? And it's really cool. Yeah, and there's a whole story behind why not as well. There was a young man that was overcoming some difficult health issues, I believe it was, and his theme was why not, but which was his name, Tony backwards. Perseverance, absolutely. Hey, Ray, how are you doing? Did you get my Christmas list, Santa? I'm checking it twice. You know what? I am in a coal region, so I got some coal. Hopefully nobody needs coal. They've been good, but I'll be checking it twice. Yeah, well, all right. You know what? I do have that Santa hat, Santa outfit, and things like that I wore last year to do the car camp in the lights, Christmas lights. So I do have that. I should do. I should maybe next Sunday's live. Maybe I'll wear a Santa outfit. Yeah, I'll get my ho 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 going. Yeah. Let's see. Where's Stitch? I'm not sure. When we go on at 7, he's usually cooking because it's 5 o'clock where he's at. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Yeah, but he'll pop on. Yeah. Let's see. Lots of coal. Absolutely. There's absolutely a lot of coal around here. Yeah. Hey, Dixie Cup. How are you doing? Hi, Tony. Everyone, I'm here. Well, welcome, Dixie Cup. Yeah. And there's Victor. How are you doing, Victor? As a former commercial fisherman, salmon. I am afraid of deep water. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Well, what is that? Deadliest Catch when they go out. I used to love watching their things, but man, if you fall into the water and you only have minutes, minutes. And I heard a story recently about. It's one thing to be very, very careful if you're going to be going out on the ice. I know a lot of teens and stuff, as soon as they see, I can go out on the ice, they go out. Very dangerous. I think there was 2 youth that just one fell through the ice. And well, they both fell through. The one was able to get out. The other one was under the water for a while and needed rescued. I haven't heard an update, but definitely said some prayers for him as well. Yes. Yeah. Deep water and cold water. Yeah. Hey, Jim, how you doing? He's asking, how has Carnivore been going? I am sorry if you mentioned this before. Thanks for the videos. You're welcome, Jim. Carnivore is going really, really good. So I am at day, I forget, but I'm over 7 months carnivore now. How I like 210 days, but I'm more than 210 now. Yeah. Yeah, but it's going great. So I am with my last blood work because I hadn't been taking any of my meds for 6 months leading up to that. My numbers were so good. They removed everything off of my no ads. What? Your videos entertain and inspire all of us. Well, thank you so much for that super chat. What a blessing. Thank you so much and for that. And first I thought it said no abs. So because I had squint, what? No abs? Me neither. But no ads. That is awesome. And thank you so much. And for your kind words about inspiration and stuff like that. And, what was I talking about before? Oh, carnivore. Yeah, let me get back to that real quick. So as far as the carnivore, like I said, it's been going great. People sit down and they'll like my friend George, he was eating a Three Musketeers bar earlier today. We were sitting just talking and he says, oh, I just need a pick me up. And I'm thinking, back in the day before carnivore, I would not only eat just one, but I would eat two Three Musketeers. I would get a large thing of Reese's peanut butter cups. I get a sleeve of them, the king size, and I'm just going to eat one of these, and I'd eat one, and I was good. 2 miles down the road, the rest of the pack is gone. But on day 3 of my carnivore journey, I literally had 0 cravings. Now I did have 5 Skittles, little Skittles, day 3, because my blood sugar dropped and I didn't know how low. I didn't want it to be too low. I'd never seen it that low. And I had just stopped taking my meds and things like that and wasn't sure. So I popped 5 Skittles, sucked on them and chewed them. And I was like, it wasn't so much for the craving. It was more for blood. I was worried about my blood sugar being too low, which I'd never worried about before in my life because it was never too low. It was always extremely high. But carnivore is going very good. I know I did have a comment a couple months ago that said, man, your cooking is so boring now. Because we used to make all the Ziploc bag meals with ramen noodles and mayonnaise and tuna, Alaskan salmon, and all kinds of really weird stuff, which is very delicious. But I've gotten away from all of that, and so the other night I was going to go out and camp, and I went to Earl, my butcher. I got a smoked sausage that they had smoked there, and I was heading out to go camping, and it started pouring, and I had the raincoat and I put it on. I'm standing at the back of the car and I went, I don't, because with the Osmo Pocket 3, it's not waterproof. It's not even really water resistant. You got to be very careful with those. So I'm like, oh, I don't have I can just film with my phone. And I wasn't geared up for any of that stuff. And it was already very, very foggy. And I knew I had to hike in, and it was going to be really rough. And then I checked the weather, and here it changed. It was going to be raining all night and the next day, and it was already dark because of the clouds, because I had so much trouble getting to the spot because of all the fog. So I scrapped that camp. I felt so bad. I wanted to do it, but I also wanted to be able to make a video that was going to be worth watching. But I'm kind of glad I didn't, because I would have been packing up everything in the rain, and everything would have gotten really, really soaked. So there you go, Jim. That's the carnivore is going good, and trying to be very creative with what I'm trying to make out there in the field, because it can look a little boring. But hey, and that we didn't put eggs in our meal. We had those cheesy cheeseburger meal. Oh, was that ever good? And we cooked it all on the Bluetti, and also ran the lights all night long. But this is, I am going to be doing a review soon of this Bluetti. I'm waiting for a item to come that I ordered, because this does not have a car barrel plug that goes in this end. I had to order one that it's more for like if you have solar panels to plug in there. I forget what USB that's called, maybe an A or something, but I don't know if you can see it. It's a little low on here, but it's not a barrel plug. So I got to get that to be able to run it to the car to be charging up. But this thing is small compared to others on the market. It is 53 pounds. But there you go. So put it down. 53 pounds, but it's small in size compared to, I mean, usually the one that I have in the car now, the 1,000-watt, it's just a little bit small, very little bit smaller than this. This is 2,600 watts, 2,073 watt hours. So it's double the size, and it's like compact. So for being so compact, it fits really good in the Subaru. Yeah. What? Thank you again. No ads says, thank you again. I hope everyone can enjoy the outdoors more and more. Absolutely. And then let me move it over so I can finish reading. Remember how good life can be. Cheerio, Mr. 2.0. Well, thank you so much. And absolutely, you know, I was talking to somebody recently, and they can't get outdoors anymore because of health issues, and they're just homebound. And, you know, as I'm doing these adventures, it's so inspiring to me to hear of so many that can't get out anymore, and they're getting out and living out the videos through watching the videos online. And yeah, and that inspires me so very much so. And I know with it getting colder, I don't operate that fast. Oh, I froze on this screen. Hopefully I'm not freezing on here. I shouldn't be. All right. But you know, I was showing y'all in the back of that van, like I was like, oh, look at this. And this one was gone. And that's as fast as I can move it. When it gets colder, it's even slower. I was going to say faster, slower, a lot slower. And that's why I go Tony 2.0 with this hand. And if I do it with this hand, it must be a mental hand connection, because I go 2.0. It sounds different when I do it that way, if that makes any sense. All right. But thank you very much, No Ads, for that super chat. Yes, really appreciate that. Thank you again. And thank you again as well. Let's see. Here we go. Where was I? Over here. Cole, Rick, Victor. Yeah, Victor, that's where we were. And then we got to Jim asking the question there. Yeah, if you guys can put 3 question marks in front of your question, I would really appreciate it, because it'll jump right out at me. Tony, you need to make a Tony the squirrel to come up on the screen. Well, if anybody knows how to do that, that would be so cool. We'd send squirrels running across the screen. Click on it. Yeah. Or you guys could throw squirrels up. I wish I knew how to do all that stuff. I'm not that technically in there. Time to get the Tom and Jerry's ready, right? Yeah, says Alpine. All right. So we got, thank you very much, Freddie. Yes, hit that subscribe and hit that notification bell. That just reminds me, I'm going to jump off of here. You're not going to, you're going to still see me, but I want to see where we're at. So we were at 18,996. Let's see if we went forward or backward. Let me click on it. Backward. We lost one. Come on back. So we're at 18,995 right now. We're going to see where we're at the end of this, because we're almost at 19,000, and you guys are really a lot of that is because of you guys liking and sharing and telling other people about it. Oh, that was pretty cool. Oh, there he is. Yeah. All right. So, hey, Chris, how are you doing? Right. Hey, Tony, Chris Hamby, Hamby, Ham, Hamby. I think I shouldn't say last names because I always butcher them. And if I butchered it, I'm so sorry. But my butcher's Earl at Irish Provisions, if y'all wanted to know. Speaking of butchers, yeah. And I can butcher a name. Yeah. And make that squirrel chatter and then say, here's all right, 2.0. All right. Oh, what was I going to say? I was going to say something. I forgot. Yeah, I do that. I will help any way I can. Well, thank you so much, Ashley and Charlie. Yeah, appreciate you guys. Yeah. And there's Dixie Cups sharing much love with Darlene. Yeah. Oh, hey, Robert. Yeah, Robert sends me um, uh, inspirational what do you call it, texts in the morning, like a cup of coffee and just a scripture verse and just encouragement and stuff like that. Robert, I really appreciate seeing those every morning. Yes, I certainly do. And you got a question, which is the 4 question marks. That's a super important question. Hey, Tony, I'm kind of confused. Did you do 2 stealth camping videos in the rental van? No, actually, what I did is because last Thursday, this past Thursday, that was the actual camping video that I was filming. But because I didn't have a video and I was filming that Thursday night, while I was out there, not this Thursday, not this past Thursday, but the Thursday before, I knew I wasn't going to be able to do a video that week. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to go live from that van, and not really show the outside of the van and stuff, but talk on the video for a live from a stealth camp. And then what I did is in that video while we were live, I turned on while I was filming that video. And that's when I look at the camera and I say, hey guys, say hello. We're on live right now. And then after I got to show that Steve Wallace came on to our live, which was super awesome. So that was a live from the van on a Thursday. And then the following Thursday, which was just this past Thursday, the van video came up. And then I went on I got the hitch put on Thursday morning onto the back of the car from that U-Haul. So they called me, right? Because the idea was I was going to leave the van, my car there overnight, and then the next morning they were going to put a tow hitch on. And then I would just take their vehicle, the U-Haul, and go out and do a camp, because that's the only thing I could think of is like, that would not look suspicious. And then allow me to leave the car there. Well, I ordered the thing the week earlier. I went to go set it all up for the appointment. And they said, oh, we got to order it in. Well, I still had to do the video. So I asked them, I said, I got some stuff in the back of the car that I want to put in the vehicle and then go and then come back the next day and then switch it back out. And they were like, yeah, you can leave your car there. So they called me then 2 days later and said, hey, your part's in, we'll put the thing on. And by that time I was going, do I really need it? But I already told them I was going to get it. And I said, what days do you have? They said Thursday or Friday, right, of this week, last week, this past Thursday. So I went, ooh, my video is coming out Thursday night. I better not wait till Friday in case they see the video. So I went, oh, I'll take it Thursday morning at 8 o'clock. And they said, okay, we got an opening. So I went there, did that. And then at the same time, while I was getting it put on, I filmed a quick thing for the 2.0 crew just to tell them hi and stuff and show them that I was back there getting that done before the video came out. And wow, the video is doing really good. So it's out of the last 10 videos, it's running #1 video in the last 10 videos by about 3,000 views more than regular. Well, more than the highway camp at the same time of the day. Yeah, and that should be almost at 10,000 too. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just messing around, doing different things. Where's my refresh? Refresh. And did we hit it? Not yet. Almost. So yeah, we're almost at 10,000 views for that video last Thursday, which is the stealth camp in the van. I was thinking of figuring out what 22 degrees was and putting a C behind it, like -8 C degrees C, and be like, oh my goodness, that's cold. It was cold. 22 overnight. It actually got down to 19, but I already made the thumbnail and found out later it was down to 19 that night. And like I said, I had the CO2 detector, but I have a carbon monoxide tester too, but I didn't take that with me. I wish I'd have had that with me too. That way I could have monitored it, but didn't take that as well. But it was not bad. It was not bad. I didn't run it all night long, but like I said, I wish I had brought another top coat, but I could have turned that on, but I was just laying there on that Thermarest mattress going, I don't want to move. I didn't shiver, at least I didn't wake myself up shivering, because I've done that already. Gotten woke up because I was just shivering so much. Yeah. Which is a good weight loss. It's like your exercise. It's your body's way of burning calories. Yeah. But I don't like to shiver. Congratulations to all the new mods. Welcome aboard, guys and ladies. Absolutely. Loves and hugs, Dixie Cup back from Darlene. There you go. All right, Darlene, wishing you all the best and hope you are doing great. Absolutely. Hey, Alan, how are you doing? Alan says hi, and we got Jay's Real Talk down there. Hey, Tony, how's it going? Brother, loved your stealth video. Well, thank you so much. It was a lot of fun to make. And so I did see last night before I went to sleep, it was 26 minutes before I went to sleep. I'm not going to say who it was because I really don't remember. But I started reading the comment and it was like, ha, 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 this, ha, 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 that, ha, 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 I'm going to put this here, ha, 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 I'm going to put that there. And it went on for like a paragraph that long. And I was like, and then at the end it says, ha, ha, do you get it? And I thought, oh, wow, you appreciate all the joy. And then I started thinking about it and I was like, oh no, he didn't like that I laughed so much. And I was gonna comment like, oh, sorry, for all the joy. And I was also thinking, man, you went through a lot of work to type all that in there. I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna sleep on it and beat down my flesh a little bit, but it actually got to me a little bit. And I started going, was I laughing too much? Was I being too joyful? Things like that. And then I went, wait, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, and in my mind. And I said, no, I am who I am. And I went to go look at the comment and I was just going to say, hey, I appreciate your insight. Thank you very much. And I hope you will enjoy the rest of the videos if you ever watch again. But I was going to say, I can't change who I am because that's who I am. And I just left it go, and I woke up this morning and it wasn't there. So I don't know if he retracted it, but then somebody made a comment on it. So that popped up as a comment, but I don't know if y'all can see it or not. But there was about 4 people that commented back to him. So I appreciate coming and doing that. But yeah. Yeah, Jay's Real Talk there. Hey, let's see. We got going down through. But yeah, let's see. Hello, all of you guys. Get cold this year. What? No, don't. You probably get cold this year, says Ashley and Charlie. Yeah. No. Hey, I wouldn't mind getting coal if it's for heat. Heat, coal is good heat. Yeah. Bethlehem Assembly Church program at 11 a.m. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, you can fall through the ice very, very quickly. Got to be very, very careful. Yeah, in minutes. Yeah, it doesn't take long. Okay, let's get all absolutely. Hey, Steve, how are you doing? Welcome tonight. I'm brothers, and oh, my brothers and I believe that's what it says, are planning a winter camp out at Wayne National Forest, North County. Ooh, North Country. Okay. Not sure where Wayne National Forest is, Steve, but I hope you guys have a good one. Yeah, it's really cool. I was out at National Park, and that was where Monument National Valley when I was out there over a year ago. Um, yeah, it's been a while, a year and a half. I met the brothers that had all gone out for a trip. Because their one brother who had gone with them in the past, and I dedicated that video to them, had passed away. But you have to watch that video. But it was anytime you can spend time with family and brothers and out doing things like that. It's time we will never ever get back if we don't do it right. Yeah. I like candy. I got on a health kick. Yeah. Oh, lasted 30 years. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, it's I became a bodybuilder, really. Ate well, went to 235 pounds, then graduated college, got a real job. I know, right? Our focus really changes, and before we know it, we're out of shape, because I don't. I probably won't do it, but I don't have it up here. I don't think. I don't know where it's at, but Lisa and I did Body for Life when that was back. What is that? 30 years ago. I came in number 200 in the United States for body transformation, and got my name in a magazine and a book bag and stuff like that, sweatshirt. And but Lisa has our picture from that competition. And the funny thing is, like, we didn't go to tanning beds or anything. She bought this tanning cream and we didn't want to put it on her face. And if you look at that picture today, because of the way cameras are, we had a photographer take our pictures. And because our faces are white from here up, well, I guess it would be our face from there up. But from here down, we're all tan and we got baby oil on and all ripped and stuff. And then our faces look like someone photoshopped it onto other people's bodies. But that's a real photo. Yeah. But yeah, something else. Yeah. Let's see. You always been inspiration. Well, thank you so much, Jay. Yeah. The stroke videos, when I had the stroke and, didn't decided I can't go anywhere, I might as well make a lot of my therapy videos. That inspired a lot of people that also had strokes. It's amazing how many people I talk to that I see how they are walking, and usually when they're going by me or I notice it, and they look kind of approachable. I'll just say, "Hey, just curious. I noticed your gait, how you walk. Was that from an injury, or did you have a stroke? Your eyes can, like, once your gait changes personally, you begin to notice other people's gaits. And I've been able to talk to a lot of people, even though they've recovered some or all, they still have a little bit of effects that you can see. And I just encourage them and get encouraged by them as well. Let's see. Videos gets me through. Yeah, right, Jackie. Yes, watching the videos gets me through the cold Alberta winters. I did have a couple of comments. Someone said, and I was really laughing when I was watching you. Which video was that? Like, it was cold. For me, it's cold, and for Pennsylvania, but for someone up in Canada, they look at that and they chuckle. They're like, "Oh, I got such a kick out of you being so cold at 22 degrees." Yeah, because they be in shorts and a t-shirt at 22. Yeah, they don't start considering putting anything on until 0 Celsius. No, minus 30 Celsius. Yeah. Yeah, my pop born and raised in Alberta. Awesome, Victor. Let's see, Tony. The best thing that you can do is just keep doing what you're doing and spread lots of Christmas cheer. Absolutely. Start recording again. Yeah, you do. Just so much work to editing the video. I've been watching a lot of stuff on YouTube just about different things, but they were saying that what used to be, you know, just turning the camera on and recording and not worrying about editing and stuff and people doing that, those are becoming very, because it went through a phase of, the early days from what they said on there. I've only known about YouTube for 4.5 years. I didn't even know what it was until Lisa said, "Hey, you ought to look something up on YouTube." I said, "What's that?" So I looked it up, and that's where I found, no, I guess it was a little over 5 years ago, found Jay Wanders Out, because I was looking up hiking in Arizona. And with the Arizona Trail, he was getting ready to start it. So, but I didn't know anything about YouTube. But I guess back 10 years ago or whenever, YouTube used to be a lot of just not much editing and just filming. Like, they didn't worry as much about editing. But then eventually it became more and more edited, more and more processed. And then they're saying it's switching back to that. And they're also saying, if you're 40 or 50, now's a good time to get on YouTube, because it's like that is becoming more of a thing. Older people on YouTube. Yeah. Oh, and then I watched something the other day. It was who was it? Oh, it was good, real good. He's got a lot of insights. Oh, and I saved the link too. But it was saying about, and I appreciated him saying that, because it said 86% of people on YouTube don't make any money, like none, aren't even monetized. 86% of what, 113 million people on YouTube. So that broke it down to 14%. And they said out of the 14%, a very large percent of them make $100 or less. And then there's a certain even smaller percentage. It broke it down to like 60,000, which I don't know where he got his numbers, but he had them. He was being interviewed by somebody. Gosh, I don't remember what that video was. Can't remember. But yes, I was like, oh, wow, and I said, I really appreciate you saying that, because, I was under the impression that, once I get monetized, oh my goodness, it'll be great. It costs a lot to make videos and do all that stuff, but you think, I'll be in the money, or at least have a, thing. But yeah, it was a really eye-opening that I had already realized after I hit 1,000 subscribers and got to 4,000 watch hours that, it's really a grind. to even make anything on there. And to see all the percentages, yeah, because a lot of people, I talk to a lot of people are like, oh man, I can't wait till I get to 1,000, and then we'll really be doing it. But you know what? Once you do that, yeah, I don't know what percentage, but I was stunned. Not stunned, but I think I appreciated him saying that, and I commented that, because you don't realize that only a certain number are really, really doing good on YouTube. A lot of other people, I mean, you figure 86% of every YouTuber that's on YouTube doesn't make a dime, isn't even monetized. And he was trying to explain some of the reasons why, like he looks at their channels and stuff. It was very informative. Yeah. Let's see. But yes, Homeless Santa, start recording. You don't got to do a lot of editing. Just hit the pause button and record again. Oh, there you go. Hangcon might be a good place to start. Yeah. A squirrel. Yeah. Hey, Robert, how are you doing? You got a question there, Mr. 2.0. Can you talk a little bit about your backpack and its size? Thanks. Absolutely, Robert. So the backpack that I used for the last video was my Osprey right here. I don't know if y'all can see it, but that's the 55 liter. So that's what mainly my winter camping is consisting of, because there's so much in there just to stay warm. Like my underquilt, top blanket, all that stuff, that takes up a lot of it. And yeah, I don't have much in here, and it's already filled. I got like this much room to stick any other stuff in there, and I got to get food in there, and I got to get stuff in there. So it's really based on what all you're taking. Now, in the spring and the fall, stay. It's not staying. Oh, tilt it more. So that's the one that's mostly winter camping. Spring and fall, I've got this one here that Mike got me, that's in the comments in here a couple of years ago when we did our meetup. He opened up his trunk and he goes, hey, pick one of my backpacks. He says, I've got a new one coming. So I was like, ooh, I like that green. So this is also an Osprey. This is a Mike, I think it's 36 liter. Yes, 36 liter. Oh, drop the carabiner. So this is a 36 liter. So this is really spring and fall. And so if I'm going to do, depending on the camp, like if I'm going to go into a building or something like that, and I know it's not going to be too cold, I will pack smaller in here in the winter. I'll do this one as well. But this one goes a lot of spring and the fall. And then, let's see. And anything smaller, I mean, I have done early on when it's just, I have done, now this here, when I go do car camp, this one is just, and this one, Miss 2.0, and I went to Cabela's. It's an Ascend. I used to use this one in the summer, which I still do maybe sometimes, but now this is strictly electronics, electronic bag with all kinds of stuff like that in it. Yeah. And that's mainly if I'm doing a car camp, because I can put everything in a car that I'm going to do. So when I pack for Florida, I'm going to be taking the 55 liter, even though down there it's not going to be cold, but I am going to take some stuff with me because on the way back I may try to do a camp. in North Carolina or Virginia or maybe in Georgia. Yep, Gene. So Gene Dutton there. We may try to figure out a camp to do. I know Dick in the Dirt is searching right now for a possible stealth camp for us after Hangcon, because I told him I'd like to do something afterwards. Maybe him and I can do one together while I'm down there. I do want to go to the Everglades. I don't know how far down that is, or what I can figure out for down there. But I want to try to do something down there because I'd like to camp with some alligators, some gators. Hey, Lou, how are you doing, Lou? Yeah, so I hope that answered your questions about the backpacks. Um, yeah, the eighth year 55 is mainly the winter one, just because it has a little bit more room. And you know what? Believe it or not, you keep outgrowing them. I remember I used to pack so light, but what I've been doing with the 55, because I got a little bit of extra room, I'll take maybe 2 stoves. So I'll have like the fire maple big one here, that I can take the top off and use just the bottom. And then depending, I'll also throw in there my little, now this is more of a lightweight backpacking titanium cup, and it's already got the lighter and the I guess that's the Desert Fox burner that I have in here, because I like that one a little bit more than the BRS. It's like 2 ounces more in weight, but it has a little bit wider of a base to set the cup on. So, and it does have the fuel canister in here, the small one. And then this Dennis, who was the first commenter on here, this is a wind guard, and I just keep this together just like that, and then put that in my backpack. It's small, very light, and then I'll have 2 sources. Not that I need 2 sources, but I'm not always sure what I'm gonna do. So it seems like I'm taking the whole house at some point, and I seem to be doing more and more. So my pack's getting heavier and heavier. Then you figure you throw 2 liters of water on there. So I've got to figure out, like, don't get too heavy. Yeah. Okay. But let's see. Here we go. Hey, KN, how are you doing tonight? Yes, yes, yes. Last time backpacking near my home, the Wallowa Mountains, hiked to Crater Lake, not the NP in the Cascades. Wow, that's pretty cool. Who has started making Christmas cookies? Not me. Yeah, my cookies are bacon. Oh, I made a whole thing. So I get, my butcher has bacon, but I go to a Mennonite store where they have bacon. Oh, it's Sensenig's. It's between Elysburg and Danville. It's on the site. Like Cooper Sharp cheese, like if a place is like $11, they're 5 or less. But they have bacon, and they have them in already sliced, but it's Martin's bacon. I don't know if you ever heard of Martin's. Very good bacon. Very, very good. Not any additives to it and stuff. But they have little packs. Usually bacon's pretty expensive in the grocery store. They've got bacon that's got a lot more, and it's not just all fat like some bacon is. This is very meaty with some fat. But I lay that on a cookie sheet. Well, take a cookie sheet, put parchment paper on it. All right. And then I lay all the slices out, 325 degrees, right? And then I can time cook it, like oven automatically shuts off. And I set it for 42 minutes, and then it just shuts off, and it just sits there on the parchment paper. And then I just pull it out, later whenever I get to it, think about it. And I get a Ziploc bag out and I'm like, there's usually 10 to 12 pieces on there because they're big and thick. Not thick, but wide. But they're thicker than normal bacon. And yeah, you pick it up. I think I showed it on live before. I went, ooh, bacon train. And that bacon, I it's I'm gonna eat a bite. And I ate a bite. And I get a Ziploc bag out to put the rest of it in so I can have snacks anytime I want it. And before you know it, I'm reaching back in the bag and I'm pulling it out. By the time I'm done, I don't have any bacon in the Ziploc bag, and I ate the whole thing. So then I got to go and make another batch. But they have, it's $3.99 a pound up there. And you get like sometimes over a pound. They're all marked different because they just put them in a bag. And yeah. So yesterday I made bacon. Day before I made bacon. Day before I made bacon, and I made cheeseburger soup for Miss 2.0 the other night. And what I did with the bacon, I just had it there so we could crumble it over. Ooh, yummy. Very good. Oh, get back to here. feel like I'm in the security office. Yeah. Hey, 257 Milo. How are you doing? I love your winter stealth car camping. Awesome. Yeah, I'd love to do more of it. I don't want to just overburden so many people with like one style of camping, even though I like winter camping too. Yeah, but I think so. I try to alternate and just keep them moving around. That's like I said in the video that we did in the back of the U-Haul. I said, well, every camp can't be a stealth camp because one, it takes a lot to do stealth camps. Plus that was an expensive stealth camp because, I never said on the video. So hopefully U-Haul doesn't get mad at me, but 1995, come on. So that's to rent it. I didn't know it's 79 cents a mile. I didn't know that when I rented it until I got in there and was renting it. And they said, how many miles are you going to drive? And I said, I don't know. I didn't want to keep it too close. Well, they say, I just need it for 3 miles. So I was like, I don't know, maybe 50. Okay, do you want insurance for that? Our insurance is only $15. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, rather than me going back out the car doing all that stuff. Plus, I didn't have my car. I didn't know what they needed. And I was in a hurry. So it was $15 for that. And then they say, okay, here's your paperwork. And then she goes, okay, that'll be $89 and change. And I went, I thought it was $19.95 and plus my 15. And then I would just use it and then put gas in it and bring it back. And I said, 89, do I pay you now? She goes, oh yeah. I said, what if I don't go 50 miles? And she's like, well, it'll go back on your card. I gotta look. I didn't see it go back on my card yet. But so I was like, as soon as I walked out there, I went, oh, that was $89. I don't think I'm gonna drive very far. And so I didn't. I looked at the paperwork and it said it was a little bit below the half mark. So I thought, oh, if I don't drive that much right now, it's a little over the halfway mark on gas. I'm so cheap. But I went out and I did the camp. When I got back in there because they were busy with somebody, I went in. So it ended up being, they charged me for 4.4 miles times 79 cents. Then there was an environmental charge and something else charge and another charge. It ended up being $44 for that stealth camp. And I'm glad I didn't drive 50 miles. Oh, and plus that morning I was like, oh, we only got 3 more miles to go back. Really wasn't. I guesstimated, but it was less than a mile. But I'm looking at the gas gauge going, oh, it's still above half. We're good. Went in there and I went out and they checked it and came back in. And I said, gas was good, right? She goes, oh, yeah, you filled it up more than what it was supposed to be brought back at. I was thinking, I didn't fill it up at all. So that was good. But yeah, that was a surprise. That was a surprise. 1995. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't that. Hey, Emma Brown is in the house. Hi, Emma. Hope you're doing good. And yeah, and looking forward to seeing how you have a Merry Christmas. And I know you said you've been really busy lately. God bless you. Let's see. No, let's see. Oh, speaking of black squirrels, plenty of black squirrels. I was in Elysburg, and there was a squirrel. It was in the shadow of a pine tree. This is right in downtown Elysburg. There's a Turkey Hill right there. Not the same Turkey Hill, different one. But looked over, and there was a squirrel, and it looked really, really dark. I was like, "That a black squirrel?" And turns out it's like, nah, it's just a shadow making it look dark. But it ran into the sunlight yesterday. And I was like, oh my goodness, that's a black squirrel. You don't see very many black squirrels. Yeah, you don't. Yeah. Oh, where are we at? Where are we at? Oh, 1 hour exactly. All right. And I'm not too far back. Let's see. Wow, 65 degrees on Christmas Day. I don't think we're getting that here in Pennsylvania. Oh, there you go, Gene. What happened with your exit music on the last video? All right, so November 21st, I put out a video, uploaded it with my intro music, and it has my exit music. And as soon as I uploaded it, I got a copyright. So you can challenge the copyright and put your license in for showing where you bought it and stuff. And I have the license number and everything right here. So I put that in, disputed it. Usually within an hour, they go, oh, you got the license. We looked into it and you're good. You put that in the comment section. Well, it wasn't good. And I thought, well, maybe it'll be a couple days. Nope. It went it's still not resolved. And it says while you're disputing it, we'll put it in escrow. So that video has got almost 10,000 views, and it's in escrow, meaning I don't get paid at all for advertising. And then they can dispute it and take the money for it, which is terrible. But because I bought the license and I was looking into it. So the next week, that camp that I did up on the mountain when I cooked on the little buddy in the hot tent, when I uploaded that, it said copyright issue, not on the first song because I didn't put it in that video. It was on the second song, which is my 1001 Nights, which I purchased way back in May earlier this year, because that happened for the first time. And I was like, well, I'll purchase it because my editing app didn't have it on it anymore. So that one went into escrow. And I thought, well, maybe in a day or two, it'll be off. Still in escrow. So November 21st for the intro music, and November 28th for my outro music. Hey, cue the music. So you know what? I decided on this last video, I'm not going to do any music. I'm just, until they resolve it and say, hey, because you put a lot of work into it and then they don't pay you for it. I mean, the little bit that they do give you, it helps with gas. It helps with different things. But yeah. And I thought, if they're going to do that, while it's in escrow, they got 30 days. So by November 21st, I guess they'll let me know if it's good. And then, but if it's not, what did I pay for the lifetime thing for it? So I decided I wasn't going to put any music in, either the beginning or the end. So for now, until that's resolved, I don't know if I want to. And it's very interesting because the first 30 seconds of a video is very, very important. Very important. those first 30 seconds. So if you can do me a favor, let's say I pop up on a thing and you click on it and go, I'm going to watch it later, but I just want to click on it. Maybe stay on it for a little over 30 seconds, because that, if not, what it does is it drops the percentage of people starting to watch it. YouTube thinks, oh, they saw it, they don't like it, they clicked off of it. And then they don't push it. All right. So that's one of the things that I'm learning. Anyhow, too much information. I should get back to comments. All right. So, hey, Foothills of the Appalachia, how you doing? Hello from North Georgia, everyone. My name is Rowdy. All righty. How are you doing, Tony? I'm doing good. Is it cold in PA? Yes, it is. I don't have a thermometer in here to tell me what it is outside, but it was like 28 degrees, I think right before we went live, because I was worried about Miss 2.0 driving home, telling her not to go over the mountain, go around the mountain to come home because it's slippery, or can get slippery because the road is going to freeze, more so than, say, like last week. Let's see. Howdy, Rowdy. I was just going to say, howdy, Rowdy. All right. So, Victor, I had a job injury. I don't like people asking me about it, asking me if I need help. Just me. Yeah. Yeah. It's, I know people ask me, oh, can I help you with that? Can I help you with that all the time if I'm trying to struggle with something? And I'm like, no, even in the beginning of my stroke, Lisa, Miss 2.0, wanted to help me with so much, and others. And I was just like, no, if I don't do it, I'm not going to get any better. I don't want to become dependent on anyone while I was recovering. And still, I need to, I'm continuing to go. Like I said, just 6 months ago, since the carnivore, I'm able to finally move my big toes on my stroke foot. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Sounds like Yule log hammock. There you go. Yeah. Burnt. Oh, yeah. Burnt orange. Hey, Richard, how are you doing? So Richard Oberstein, I was going to say Steen. It's Stein. Don't say Steen because it's like beer Stein. But here is the fan that he sent over to us that we got to use on the little buddy. And believe it or not, he sent me a link. You know how we do the hack and pull the grate off of the front of the little buddy, flip it over and put it under the handle? He sent me a link that shows that they make a shelf that fits into the grate where you don't have to move it off, and it's got clamps that can clamp to the fan, which is really cool. He was like, oh, do you want me to send you one? I said, no, you've already done too much. I'm going to save the link, and maybe in a couple of weeks, I'm going to order that and use that. Because not that it's hard to pull the rack off, but if you don't have to, and that's a neat little thing, especially in a car, because I can lock that fan down on it. You don't have to worry about bumping it off of there or anything like that. So really, really cool. Yeah, thank you so much, Richard. What a blessing, and that for that Christmas present. Yes, you are a blessing. Needs to make a profile picture. Yeah, with one. Yeah, right. Yeah. What's on? Let's see. Is everything shot? What's on my videos? Is everything shot? Mistakes and all, absolutely. Yeah, and they were saying that even like just sitting there talking, and like it's almost like giving counsel on topics, not counsel, but like, yeah, it's YouTube's always changing. And I know I always used to say, oh, but the algorithm is so hard to figure out. Well, I'm learning a lot about the algorithm, and that, YouTube makes money off of off of you. So they want you to get better and better, right? They want your content to get out there. So they do give you tips and things like that uh, to help you do better. And so, yeah, yeah, you learn a lot. You do. And things that you thought were good aren't good. Things you thought were not good are good. It's always changing. Yeah, let's see. Uh, a third of my. Hey, that's awesome. Yeah, it's amazing how people around the world. There's something new coming out on YouTube too right now. There is um, something that you can. They've only got it in a test market to a couple. Like so, they make it available to some YouTubers to see like a pilot program. Then they start rolling it out to more. But there's going to be a thing on there in your back, like a description of a video, where you can click on to make it available in any language. And what they'll do is, if you say that, um, if they think people would like your video and say like South Korea, they will AI it so that the voice like the old Hong Kong movies. Yes, I'm doing, but I hope it'll match the mouth movement to the voice, because that would be like watching a Hong Kong movie back in old times, or yeah, like old movies where they. So somehow there's going to be a button which will open your video up to more of people that do not speak your language but maybe are interested in your stuff, which will be something that YouTube's going to be rolling out. It's what I hear. So I'm anxious to see it rolled out. I checked mine; it's not there, or else I would be speaking in a different language right now. No. So anyhow, hey, RNRV Chronicles, that's Dave and Katie out there in Arizona. Hi everyone, can't stay long at a concert. My wife playing her flute in tonight. Oh, awesome. Setting up to do video work for them, but wanted to stop by and say hi. Hi, Dave. 20 minutes ago. It'll echo in the past. Let's see. Yeah, so is there any questions that you had? Hey, Kitchen Witch. Oh, that's a good idea too. You can put 3 Q's in the front. I've seen other people do that. Homestead How. That's what they do. They do Q's. Homestead How is a carnivore guy. He's been doing it for 600 and some days. Carnivore, great channel. Homestead How. HOW. But let's see. Making me okay. Let's see. Tony, one way to support is to buy me a coffee. They don't take a huge percentage, right? Absolutely. So we do have the buy me a coffees uh, like they do for super chats. Yeah, super chats do a little bit more. And then some, that's mainly a benefit for when you're on YouTube, so that people don't have to go off YouTube. But yes, the buy me a coffees, a lot of people do things that way too. And on a buy me a coffee, I think I saw Mary and Johnny D. Torres in here, because they like to do the buy me a coffees too. And what's so cool about the buy me a coffees is I can now, I think it's been for the last 4 months, I can actually, when it comes through, I can reply to it and say thank you and do a reply, or I can do a video reply. So I can now, instead of typing just a note back, I can actually pick the phone up, hit reply, and it says, do you want to do a video reply? And I'm like, yeah, I do. And I go, hey, Mary and Johnny, how are you doing? Thank you so much. And send a video as a reply. I got 30 seconds. And, one of the things someone was thinking, mentioned to me, this is, hey, that would be so cool if if you did a recording, like they said, sent a buy me a coffee and said, hey, can you say happy birthday to so and so? And, so in my reply, I can say, like a husband wants to say, or a wife will do a buy me a coffee and say, hey, can you send a reply saying happy birthday to my husband? And I'll be like, hey, happy birthday. I could do something like that. There's so many neat things out there, but I'm so glad Buy Me a Coffee did a video reply, because it's so much more personal if I can do a video and not just text. And Mary and Johnny D. Torres are huge blessings and supporters of the channel, and I'm so appreciative of all the support that I get, and blessings and prayers. And hey, Knight Rider Gaming, it's even hard to stream on all platforms. Yeah, I've always wanted to go live on StreamYard and then also maybe Facebook, but then I'm like, I'll stick to one. And I don't go when I'm go live on just YouTube. I have so much trouble getting it to turn the other way. So I even when I'm not in the studio, I still go through StreamYard. It's easier to use. Rocky Toppin, how are you doing, brother? Yes, yes, yes. Let's see. I would love to go to Hangcon. I got everything, but I don't have a driver's license, so I never get to go. But it's okay. I will watch your video. Yeah, and I'm still trying to figure out exactly how I can film that. I was just going to put multiple days together on just one video, because then I save those for like a Tuesday and a Thursday. But what I might do is, the way that I video and edit, I can pretty much have a video done in one day. But the problem is, I don't know if I will have reception there. As long as I got some bars, I might be able to do it. Yeah, I wish I had one of those Skylink, Elon Musk thing, Skylink. I've seen other people have those, but then you can, because we did that at the rendezvous that I was at in the spring. Was Jeep Fam had a satellite, one of those Starlinks, and he set it up there, and everybody had internet and ways to get on and do things, go live. Really, really cool. So I don't know if people have it there that maybe I could borrow it just to upload my video. Would be really, really cool. But that's what I like to do. I like to do a video a day, like film the day of, and then be like one day behind on videos. That way, just release all four of them, all 4 days, one right after the other, day, but just four. But I might try to do that. I'm still figuring it all out. Not sure yet. Gonna get there. Good warm drink is hot chocolate with a little peppermint schnapps in it. There you go. Uh-oh. I don't drink. I can't drink hot chocolate anymore, just because it's not on my carnivore. Yeah. Let's see. But anybody that wants to certainly can. You could always fly into Tampa, Orlando, and request a ride. Yes, yes, yes. That's what last year there was 4, 5. So why not? Pork roll. There was a group of people that came down from Florida, from New Jersey. They all flew down to Tampa, and then they all got an Uber together, all threw in for the Uber, and then got driven up to, it's only like 45 minutes away from Tampa is where the Hangcon is. So they all went up there together. And then they had to get up at because their plane left early Monday morning. So they went to bed and were up at like 4 in the morning to get the Uber and to get back to the airport. Yeah. And then made it home. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, how big can a backpack get? Big. So I know there's like mine's a 55 liter. There's 85 liters out there. There's 90 liter. There's quite a few big packs. And even though they may not get taller, but they may get rounder. and but you can that I would be afraid if I got an 80 liter, I would stuff it with 80 liters worth of stuff. I would grow into it. That's like you move in a house and you go, oh, we got so much room. And then, oh, yeah, more room to bring stuff into. And then before you know it, 20 years ago, and you've got all this stuff. And yeah, anybody that's downsizing or got to move, from one place to another, you realize just how much you accumulate over time. Really, you accumulate a lot. That's why I like living out of the car. When I do those 7.5 weeks, like when I car camped or drove to California and back, even when I went out to Arizona, I love it. I could live in a car. and yeah, but Miss 2.0 can't. So I don't think she's up to living in a Subaru, but it really causes you to be very, very compact, and it's amazing. It really is, how much you really don't need to survive, right? I would, I'd say you don't have to be I would tell you what, we should do that. I should say, hey, I challenge anybody who's never done it before to live in your car for a week and document it. That'd be pretty cool, little challenge, like not a 30-day challenge, or maybe a 2-day challenge, just to get in your car and just live in it for 2 days to see what it's like, to give us an appreciation for those that have to live in it all the time. I know someone was just telling me that there's and I can tell. In fact, I met a guy. I had a car for him. He came around the corner and asked me. He says, "Hey, do you think you could jump my car?" And I walked around the corner, and here, just the first glance, he had been living in his car for quite a while. The battery was needed jumped, but as soon as we started uh, it overheats and stuff, and I could see it overheating and stuff. So we got him a jug of antifreeze to keep with him. But I could see it. I asked him. I said, "Are you living in here?" He says, "Well, most of the time, but right now we have a place." But he had to go um, to a clinic. It's as far as I'll say, but talked with him, prayed with him, and stuff like that. But he's been doing real good. But there are a lot of people, and I just heard that there's an older lady. When I say older, I mean in her 70s. That's been she's not there anymore at night, so they don't know where she goes. But they said she was living in their parking lot. Um, yeah, there's a lot of people I see. Yeah, I mean, for the area that I'm in, you wouldn't think that would be prominent, but yeah, I mean, just to challenge ourselves, go, hey, maybe for 2 days, I'm going to live in my car and see what it's like. I mean, if it's winter, don't do it now, and if it's a real hot summer, don't do it. But just to gain an appreciation and to have a little thought, just mind provoking of what there are some, whether by choice or not by choice, have to do every day. Whether there was a guy that I met out in Arizona when I was out there, not this time, but last time. Um, he was pulling a small trailer behind his van, and I had pulled into a Walmart parking lot to looking around to stay overnight, and I could tell that he was not a traveling through, moving, and just parked his van. because I had seen it the other day when I went by there, same van. And I thought, I could tell by where he parked and how he parked that maybe he's doing that on a regular. And I actually got a chance to talk to him. He was staying somewhere where his wife was very sick. And because of their income, when she passed away from cancer, he wasn't able to stay there anymore. And he packed everything into the back of the trailer. And for like the last 2 years, have been living in different parking lots. And so, yes. But at this time of year, just be any time of the year, just be cognizant, thoughtful about. Though I do it and many others do it as part of a video, like stealth camping, things like that, or car camping, things like that, that there are those that have to do it on a regular basis. And yeah, I don't know, that'd be a neat challenge to do. Say, hey, I lived in my car for 2 days to see what it was like, to see if I could do it. Just watch out, that alligator man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And when we were live that Thursday night, Alpine was sending me a thing saying, and then he was saying, ask Tony if it's the van down by the river. So him and I were texting back and forth. And I found a little clip of a van down by the river. It was a toy set, because that's been a saying for a long time, but made famous by this Saturday Night Live things. Hey, good morning to you, Tiv, Traveling Tivs. Yeah, so I'm going to go to the post office tomorrow morning and find out about sending you this sticker. Yeah, I know you said put on there on the, tell them it's a gift. That way, I guess it does something about the mailing, so it's easier. But certainly we'll get that out to you. Let's see, just woke up. Yeah. Tony, if you have a hammock stand, should totally do dry togas. Yeah. I don't have a hammock stand. Yeah. Tortugas. I'm not sure what that is. Dry tortugas. Yeah, no, I don't have a stand. Yeah. Let's see. I will tell her, Lou. Yeah, bacon. Absolutely. I've been in, let's see. Old and Crackodated saying, I've been in my one Tigress hammock hot tent using wood stove and buddy heater. Absolutely. Yeah, bacon. Bacon strips. Yeah. Someone said something about Sasquatch. That's that's your mini truck name. Yeah. Go check Traveling Tiv Adventure channel out. And you'll see his mini truck. Pocket bacon. Yeah, definitely love taking bacon with me wherever I go. Traveling bacon. Hey, Susan, how you doing? Oh, I jumped over Chad. Sorry, Chad. Good evening, all. How are you doing, brother? Phantom Clyde. Eggcorn. Hey, Susan, we got hello, Tony. Hope everyone is doing good. Just got back from visiting Western Grandfather Mountains. Oh, very cool. I've never heard of those. Yeah, that's very cool. Yeah. My preferred baking method is baking sheet with drying rack. 275 for 2 hours. Flip after 1 hour. Ooh, super crispy and travels well. Pour the grease into a jar and use as skin moisturizer. Absolutely. And make everybody hungry when you walk in a room. I'm going to use it for hair care. Oh, speaking of hair, I mean, what do you guys think? Okay. So I couldn't make it to my barber. I used to always cut my hair. I still do. So I got the clippers out yesterday, hopefully. And what I do is I go like this, lift it up, and I run the clipper this way, and then I just work my way around it. And oh, I'm reversing the mirror. So anyhow, it's gonna be all staticky and stuff. So what I did is I'm like, oh man, I gotta get my haircut. It's getting all long and scraggly. So I started going with the clipper, right? Putting the different things on, and I got it down, and I'm going, and all of a sudden it broke. It doesn't work no more. And I'm like, uh-oh, because I still had to do all of my neck. I don't know if y'all can see it. I don't know how I did. I can't see it, but because I just hold it with my left hand, I'm like, okay, that feels like it's making a straight line, and I just get all the way around. So then I had to get my little clipper because I have a little clipper. This one, so I trim my beard with, and so I'm going around and doing that. And I don't know how it goes, but I was gonna go because I thought, oh, I better go get it fixed. And then the more I thought about it, I was like, it grows. But I don't know if there's long areas, short areas, things like that. But my big clipper died. I dropped something. I had to pick it up. So my big clipper died. I don't have it anymore, my big electric clipper. But as you guys, if you're on Facebook, you know I go to it's a place called Gentleman's Barber down in Sunbury, and walked in there because when I got back from that one, when that from when it was a while since I got my hair cut, and I'm like, I ain't dealing. It's too much hair. So went there and he cut it for me, and it turned out being good. I said, hey, this is my barber. I took a picture and put it on Facebook. But I haven't been back there in months. So I'm like, I just get this thing. I'm like, oh, I got to cut it. And what I used to do is I used to trim my beard. I didn't know how to really trim a beard. And I'd be trimming it and it'd be like uneven. And I'm like, oh, dang it. And I try to fix it. And then it'd be really uneven. Then I'm just like, I'll just shave it off. And I zzz it all off. And I've thought about like zipping it all off again at some point, but nobody would recognize me. Ooh, then I can do a stealth cam. No. But anyhow, it broke in the middle of doing it. And fortunately, I could, with that little one, I can try getting things straightened out. I don't know how it is, but it is how it's going to be, right? And I got up early and I was going to go check this one barber out, and they didn't take walk-ins today. So I was like, it's good. And then I asked Lisa how it looks. I go, hey, how's my hair look? Last night she goes, yeah, it looks good. You wear a hat anyway. Believe it or not, I never used to wear a hat. Ever, hardly ever wear a hat. Now I always wear a hat. Oh, it's something just sneaking in. A little kitty. No, that's the wind. Wow, it's just got windy out. It popped my door. It's so windy. I thought it was one of our kitties trying to get in. Oh, how about them 5 cats and that were on that video? I don't know if you saw the first one, the black one that I saw as I was coming around the corner, and I said, oh, there's a kitty by the tree. And it's a black cat, so it's hard to see because it was dark on there. And then it runs. I go, oh, there's another kitty. But there was like 5 cats there. And so we made them a little bit of burger and cheese, and they ate it all. Yeah. Bacon medium well. I like mine crispy, like almost mine. So if you can crush it and crumble it, but it's not burnt. If that makes sense. But yet it holds together real good, and you just go snap and snaps. Oh, I wish I had a piece to show you. I don't want to make you hungry. That becoming bear bait. Yeah. Tony, I noticed that human came out from the back of the store when you got some coffee. Laugh out loud. Did it make you jump? Yeah, it did. So I'm filming, and I don't know if it was just somebody behind the store because there's not anything, and I didn't. And that's right before I saw the cat. I can't remember, but yeah, they just came like that. And I was like, that's very shadowy. And even in the video, it's very shadowy, very dark. And I'm busy talking, and that's I went, oh, yeah, because I don't want to get them on there, but I didn't know if they'd be like, what are you filming me for? And I don't want to have to start over. But yeah, it made me jump. Yeah, it did. I try not to look too startled. But yeah, only a couple people picked up on that. Miss 2.0 did. She goes, what was that? Somebody asked, was that a ghost near the back of the van? But yeah, it just popped out like that. Ah, yes. Oh, where am I? Oh, did I jump over? I jumped over you, hon. Home safe. Oh, good. Was slippery walking to the house. Yeah, good, good, good. I didn't even hear you come in downstairs. That was 7:57. Oh, yeah. So she must be downstairs. Good, she's home safe. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, and let's see. Yeah, yeah, saying hi from Thailand. I did have something happen once. Rocks throwing at me. What's that? I was a national forest ranger at the time. The rock throwing thing scared me. Later, howling. Ah, yeah. Uh, I'm already a bear burrito, right? It's easier for a bear to attack someone with bacon than attack a hog. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, black squirrels, red squirrels, flying squirrels. Oh, there we go. Rick's got a question. Hey, Rick asks Tony, I've wondered, have you ever seen a Sasquatch or heard tree knocking? Yes, several times I've heard tree knocking. When I did the outside, just on the border. No, that one. I was just talking with Emma about that the other day, uh, saying I did that cemetery camp. Many 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. I heard that knock in the woods, and it was like you could hear. So that time, but there was no just one loud crash. Waited less than 5 minutes later, another one. Less than 5 minutes later, another one. And then I was like, oh, I got to fix this in my mind because I get a little nervous. And then I saw a cat's eyes or the eyes in the thing, and it was turned out to be a cat. So didn't think a whole lot about it until somebody asked me, and I was like, oh, yeah. And then when I did the not the busted at Walmart video, but I think 2 or 3 videos before that, I was up behind the Walmart where we saw the deer. But there I heard knock behind me, up a ways, maybe 40 yards. And then within 4 minutes to the left of me, out about 30 yards. And then a couple minutes later, about 20 yards behind me. So I was getting a little nervous on that one, trying to figure it out. And then I thought, nah, maybe I'm just hearing stuff, different things. And they always say, don't knock back unless you got a really good knock joke. Yeah. Uh, let's see. Yeah. So a couple times. Yeah, Victor. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. See a few bears. Let's see. I see you guys talking back and forth. We've heard things around here also, says Mary. Yes, very interesting. And you guys got a lot up there in Oregon. A lot of snow, too. Did you guys get much snow yet, Mary and Johnny? I know you all get it early and often, right? Yeah, it was 70 here in Oklahoma. Be quiet, Leonard. We're all freezing. Your temps are about the same as ours here in right now, Tony. Okay. All right, Jackie. Yeah, cold, right? 47 in Kentucky. All righty. Hey, Greg, how are you doing? Hello, Tony, says Greg. All right. Let's see. I was 37 in Northern Virginia. Oh, wow. That's that's still a little warmer than right here right now. 50 in Tennessee River Valley tonight. Ooh, I'm liking 50. Let's see. Yes, really have still don't know what that was. Howling, not a bear. Wolf, coyote, cougar, sometimes screaming like a woman. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I've heard screaming already too, and that scared the living daylights out of me when was on the golf course video, my golf course stealth camp. You'll hear the screaming. I got it recorded, and someone said it could have been a fox, so I'm really not sure. Welcome, Matt. Yes, you did catch it. Yes, you did. Welcome, Matt, says Kitchen Witch. Hey, Jason, how are you doing? Just stopping by. I gotta go. I'll be back, says Jason. Yeah, Kung Fu Theater. Absolutely. Let's see. Oh, let's. Oh, I was thinking of a joke. I just heard it the other day. It was funny. It's about a pig. Ah. Oh, what part of the pig does martial arts? Pork chop. thought thought that was funny. Hey, Randy, how you doing? I love watching your video. Well, appreciate it. I do really appreciate everybody watching. Let's see. Can't find the link for Buy Me a Coffee. I think I did see over here that Darlene had posted. You know what? I do have a banner of that, I think. Do I? I used to. Oh, yep. There we go. And I know Darlene had put that on there as well. Yeah, if anybody wants me to say Merry Christmas or Happy New Year, send me a Buy Me a Coffee and tell me what you want me to say. That'd be cool to play that at Christmas. Oh, you know what? I can sing too. No, just kidding. Because on there I could sing Happy Birthday because it's not on YouTube. I could do that, and it's a private message. Happy birthday. Yeah, I could do that. And what else could I do? I guess I could sing anything, but you don't want me to hear me sing anything. 'Cause I don't. What do they say? Can't carry a tune in a bucket. Yeah, that's me. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Yes, Darlene put that up there. Thank you, Darlene. Let's see. Am I going through? Oh, let's see. Backpack sounds like me. Don't get taller, right? That's what I was thinking. About round. The leaders aren't taller. It's probably that they're more rounder. And I was like, oh, I don't want to grow into that. Yeah, that's funny, brother. Yeah, you and I were thinking the same thing. Uh, hey, there you go, Ed. Ed just gifted one 2.0 membership, and it's looks like Ashley and Charlie just got gifted a membership. Well, thank you so much, Ed, and congratulations, Ashley and Charlie, for that gifted membership. Let's see. Not cool. Let's see. I'm going to keep scrolling, make sure I'm getting everything. I think Chef Tony is right. Is in the yeah, he might be. Yeah. I do have where is it at? I put it. I just had his hat the other day, Chef Tony's hat. Yeah. I have been hiding him somewhere. Yeah, he got mad. He's so much work. Yeah. I gotta contact him and see if he's ready to come back and do some stuff. I was just thinking about him the other day. I have seen I've seen black bears most of the time. They just run away. Yeah, little black bears do, or not little, but black bears do. They're more scared of you unless they got cubs. Oh, cool. Yeah, the cart. It will roll easy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The golf cart, with three-wheeled as the you can. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. Let's see. Do you have a roundabout video yet? No, I don't, Matt. Roundabouts in Pennsylvania, they are late to the party. They didn't really do many roundabouts in Pennsylvania, especially old ones that would have enough growth on them for hiding in. Any roundabouts that I know of, and I did do some research on it for Pennsylvania, most of them don't have anything but cement in the middle. It'd be really hard to. Um, oh, wait, maybe I could. That'd be too hard because they're not even have a big curb on them, just like a little ramp thing to even stay on one, even in the middle. People drive like don't see them and keep going right through the middle of them sometimes. So unfortunately, we don't have in Pennsylvania any roundabouts that I can get to. I know I did see. Um, where's Wes? He did one up in Cape Cod. There's one going into Cape Cod. Yeah. Yeah, if they're treed, they're safe, right? So no, I don't have a roundabout one. Yeah. Trees maybe like big Christmas tree and camping. Yeah. Back of hounds. Ran a bear towards me. What? Oh my goodness. In west of it's west of QS through Fair. Uh I'm sorry. I'm actually reading you guys talking to one another, and I'm like, oh, why is she so quiet? Solid Grim, how you doing? No camping, no view. Ah, let's see. Hey, PTL Fabrications, how you doing? Um, I knew a gentleman that lived in a Geo Tracker. That's small. He is a tall man. I don't know how he fit. I would hire him when I saw him, pay him cash, and eventually he found housing. Always better with prayer. Absolutely. There was the somebody, I did see somebody doing a very, very small vehicle like that. They actually had the passenger seat all the way down. And it might have been a geo tracker as well. But yeah, there's all sorts of vehicles that people, unfortunately, it's the only vehicle they have and actually end up having to sleep in them. But yeah, no, that's a blessing that you were able to help them as well. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, people saying, gotta go. Alrighty, Alpine. Good night. Wishing everyone a great week. Take care, you all. 36. Okay, I'm catching up. I'm catching up. Back a couple of years. I went back. Yeah, 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 yeah. Fire, just a fire lookout. You know, there's a lot of in some states they are manned still. Someone was just telling me that they were somewhere and they got to on a little trip and they got to talk to someone who actually lived at one of the ones. Was it Idaho? Might have been, but they got to go and tour the fire lookout, and there was the guy that stayed there all the time. Oh, they gave him a tour. They said it was really neat. Got dumped on with snow and more coming. Johnny posted on Facebook. Oh, perfect. I'll go check that out. Yes. Yeah, you guys get tons of it. Yeah. So it will be a white Christmas coming to the Torres house. Yes, Tony, I heard that foxes scream. Yeah. Uh, you know what else screams? Peacocks. Sound like a lady screaming. Back when I was a kid, my parents went to look at a farm and that they were going to get. And I remember they had peacocks and they would scream. And yeah, it sound like a lady screaming. So peacocks. Merry Christmas. Absolutely, Ed. Thank you so much for doing that, Gifted. Let's see. Thanks so much, Ed, for the gifted membership. Yeah. Happy holidays to you. Ed, thanks, Ed. Says, hey, Josh and Jen, how you doing? Hey, Tony, Josh and Jen here. I'm still trying to recover and feeling poorly, but we're here. Oh, we're glad you're here, and definitely continue to pray for you, brother, for your whole family. Oh, right. Don't camp behind McDonald's in Altoona. No, lots of surveillance there. Hey, there's Urban Rats. How you doing, brother? Yeah, no. Glad to see you on the live. Go check Urban Rats. Boy, he's putting in the work. You absolutely are, Paul. Yeah, loving the videos. Yeah, he just did a scaffolding one the other day. Really cool. Really, really awesome. Slept on a scaffolding. When are you leaving for Florida? Good question, darling. I am trying to figure that out right now because I know it's the 16th is when we got to be there. 16th on Thursday morning, the 16th. Stitch flies into Tampa on the 15th. I have a video planned for the 14th, the night of the 14th, and that gives me the day on the 15th to kind of finish editing and recoup from that camp. And then as soon as we're done with that, I'm done with that, it'll give me the 15th. Stitch will stay overnight, and then I will pick him up in the mornings early so we can get up to Hangcon. So that means I've got to be to where I'm going to be on the 14th in Tampa. So then I'm not planning on driving down in just 2 days like I did last year. That was a lot to make it in 2 days. And plus it was thunderstorms. It was rough going down. I'm planning on doing maybe taking at least 3, maybe 4 days of driving down. So we got the 14th. If I do 3, it'd be the 10th. I'd leave the 10th. But then I'm thinking, do I leave the 9th, 8th or 9th? So possibly 8th or 9th leaving. And then after I go, so Sunday Night Live on January 20th, which is that Sunday. No, 19th. The day, this, whatever the Sunday is for January 16th, 17th, and 18th, I will be, Stitch and I are going to, because he catches his flight out. So it'll be on Monday night. So we'll pack up Monday morning from Hangcon, go back. He got a hotel. He got a room with two beds, and he said he thinks it has a little sitting area as well, like off the side where desk and stuff. We're planning on setting up and doing a Monday Night Live on that night. So do a Monday night instead of the Sunday. He will catch his plane the next morning. And then at that point, I leave the hotel as well. And so that'll be on Tuesday. So I got Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday, and then pack Thursday for a camp that we're trying to get worked out, which will be me and Dick in the Dirt trying to do a stealth camp down in that area. I'd like to get another like a stealth camp in Florida. So he's going to try to set things up and figure out something that him and I can do together down there. So that'll be on that Friday because he's got to pack his stuff for that Friday. Usually a day ahead packs it. So I've got a couple days to kill, and then we do a video, Lord willing, on that Friday. And then I still got a couple camps I want to try to do or see what happens, and then work my way back home. I'd love to get to a couple other things. Maybe Gene do a camp with a subscriber. Gene brought that up to me, and maybe we might do something in Georgia. So I'm going to try to fill up some things. So I'm not exactly sure when I'm coming back, but I know when I'm going down, right? So far, thinking maybe on the 8th. Yeah. So, there you go. So, yeah. Mary and Johnny saying hi to Paul. Paul is, Urban Rats. Yes. Let's see. Okay, Tony, what's the coldest temp you've camped in? The coldest, well, my very first camp that I ever did, and you can tell I'm cold, it was 18 degrees. So 18, I would say the lowest I've ever been it's been in the teens. I don't know exactly where in the teens, but yeah, that's the coldest I've camped in. and the whole video can't be me laying in my hammock under everything with it, because that's what it was. That very first camp in Centralia that I did, my very first ever, not prepared, first time out. I'm going live under there on Facebook because I didn't know how to do anything else. But and a lot of that video is me with the thing over my head, and I'm underneath of my top quilt, shivering and talking, and it's green because it was cold and windy, very windy. That was during the blizzard of snowstorm that came up the coast in the winter. Snowstorm Izzy, that was pre-stroke, that video. Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to do that now since stroke. My stroke side gets very, very cold. And when my hands are cold to begin with, they're hard to move. But this one I can move okay-ish. But this one is basically almost all but useless. And yeah, almost. Yeah. And that's for, so yeah, it's rough. Yeah. Yeah. There's Urban Rat, Paul. Yeah. Hi, Mary T. Peacocks sound like cats to me. There's Stitch. Hey, Stitch, how you doing? Hey, Hammock Mountain. Oh, I'm really late. I was just thinking about you 2 minutes ago, but that was 6 minutes ago. Yeah, which is about the time you popped on. Yeah, which is 8 minutes ago. Hammock Mountain there. Yeah, so I'm looking forward. I can't believe it. You are still on. What? Are we? No, we're not 2 hours yet. Almost. Very, very close to 2 hours. Oh, we still got 64 people watching. Yeah, Miss 2.0 doesn't work tonight, so that is good. Hey there, Johnny. Yeah, and Stitch, I don't know if you heard me saying where I was going, what I was doing, but that's getting to be my plan. I am going to do a camp right before I pick Stitch up the day before. I'm going to do a camp, already mentally planning it out on what to do, And I know last year, as you guys know, I did the cell phone overnight parking area. We did a camp there. I'm planning on doing something not the same, but down in that area. I don't want to give it away. But if you're part of the 2.0 crew, I might talk about it on my behind the scenes. Yeah. Let's see. Evening. Yeah. So I have to go. RCMP called search and rescue is deployed. Oh, definitely. Well, hopefully everything is okay, Chad, and we'll be praying for you and for whatever the mission is. And thanks for doing what you do. That's a blessing. Oh, where am I? Where am I? Merry Christmas, everyone, and God bless. God bless too, Emma. And yeah, great seeing you on here. I'm glad you got a chance to jump on tonight. She's been a busy. 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 What is that from Frosty the Snowman? Busy. Yeah. 70 watching. Absolutely. Hit that like button. Guys, let's see. Aren't you doing a camp with Sean Rewild? You know, he'll be there down there. I would love to do something with him. Maybe, I know with doing everything that we're going to do down there, him and I did a camp right next to one another in North Carolina. But he's one of the ones I'd certainly love to reach out to do a camp with him. That'd be cool if he could set something up for me and him to do as well. I'll have to reach out to Sean. Let's see. Hey, Frank and Beans Band. Welcome tonight. Got on late tonight. Hi, everyone. Yeah. You know, when we used to do it at 8 o'clock before they turned the clocks back, and then we decided to turn the clock back even earlier to 7, go live. Some people are still on the 8 o'clock, but good thing we go more than 1 hour because then you won't miss it. You jump on like normal at 8, and it's a whole fresh crew in here sometimes. Yeah. Tony was live at the hotel. Oh, yeah, remember that. And stay connected in the elevator. Yeah, that's right. We were in the lobby of that hotel. If there's a lobby there, Stitch and I will do the live from there. If not, we're going to figure out, but we're going to do Monday Night Live instead of Sunday Night Live. But remember that? I had the mic on that Emma got us. Emma Brown that sent us the for when we hit 10,000 subscribers. She did the wireless mics, and I had them along for the trip last year. And I went in the elevator, and then you could see me going up in the elevator. I was still talking and stuff. Yeah, and then did I take the camera up in the elevator with? No. Yeah, no, that was a fun live. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was. Hey, Connolly Outdoors. Tony, I'm driving down to Florida, Sarasota. Siesta Key from here in Ontario. Wow. Leaving Christmas Day, staying one night in Chattanooga, and then December 26th, arrive in Saratoga, 24-hour drive. Yeah, Connolly Outdoors, safe driving, safe travels. Yeah, I could do it sooner, quicker, and till I get in the car, that's like I was going to take when I drove out to Colorado. I was going to show up there at Stitches on Sunday, and I ended up getting in the car, went to my son's, got up that next morning from Ohio, and next thing you know, I'm in Kentucky. Kentucky? Kansas? Somewhere. Where did I end up? Kansas. Right before Colorado, like 4 days early. So I did the butcher shop, and then I bounced around a little bit, and then finally got the stitches a day early. So who's let's figure out what kind of happens when I get in the car and then I just start driving. And before you know it, I'm there. Yes. Oh, thank you. Yes, Centralia was 19 degrees. Maybe it was 18-mile-an-hour winds. 18 to 30-mile-an-hour winds, I think it was. I think that's what I get confused about. Yeah. Urban Rat saying hi to a lot of subscribers. Yeah. Let's see. I have great time. Oh, West Washington. Let's see. That's good. I am not going to spend time in Centralia. Oh, back everyone. What did I miss? Everyone I miss. I'm back. Okay, let's see. Down, 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 down. Did I miss anybody? Miss anybody? Miss anybody? Let's see. So anything about the video that we did out of the U-Haul? I do like hammock gear. Yeah, he's gonna. There, so a lot of people gonna be there. A lot of vendors again, and some new vendors. Yeah, a lot of new vendors as well that I see pop up on there. So go to the hangcon.com. I think they do have a place where you can click on and see all the vendors that are coming. Yeah. The catabolic T-Rex. Hey man, you met me and my wife and our Roddy at Natural Bridge in Virginia. Yeah, glad to see you still hanging in there. Well, I'm glad. I remember that. And that was after I had hiked down and then they let me drive down. But yes, I remember that. How you guys doing? Yeah, that's been a while. Great to see you. Yeah, hanging in there and growing. Yeah. But great to see you guys. Yeah, send me in the description of every video, because at the time that I met you, I did not have stickers. But if you send me an email, randomadventures927@gmail.com. I'll tell you what, let me put it up there. Anybody else that wants to do this too, I will send you a sticker. If you send me your address, send me a sticker. Where's my email? Oh, I should fix this before I put it up. Let's see, edit. Yeah. Little housekeeping. Delete. Hey, there we go. Random Adventures 927. Let's see. Save. And I'm gonna flash this. Sorry, I'm not talking. There we go. Look at that. Techno Tony. Thanks, buddy. So down on the bottom of the screen, you see Random Adventures 2.0. Random Adventures 927@gmail. Send me an email and I'll send you a sticker. Just put in there your address if you want. If not, I can't send it to you. But put in the address and I will send anybody that does that a couple stickers. Yes, Merry Christmas. Yeah. Good to see you on here. Let's see. Comments. Oh, ta-da. Yes, yes, he will be there. Absolutely. Any drones over camps? Anybody? Right? No. What about them drones? A lot of them. A lot of them. I was looking at the videos and stuff, and I could tell they're planes. In fact, I was going to call a certain person that I know that might be able to tell me a little bit about it, but he's actually in here tonight, and I'm not going to say who it is. But yeah, anyhow, yeah, a lot going on with drones, especially in Jersey area, Joyzy, Joyzy drones. Yeah, uh, and a lot of drones in the camp, but no drones. Yeah. Oh, what? Did I catch up? Yeah, I did. Little mustard there. So I made it all the way down to the bottom. Good deal. Let me just keep an eye on this here for 1 second. Hammock Mountain. Good night, Freddie Moss. Let's see. Good night, Hammock Mountain. Let's see. We're doing good. Still living life. Yes, absolutely. The humdrum day today, Yes. But hey, every day is awesome if you're awake, right? And don't go to sleep on too many days or sit back on too many days because before you know it, a lot of them happen and you don't get to do the things that you would want. Don't get in a rut, in other words. Yeah, but definitely you guys keep getting out there and exploring. Absolutely. Yeah, you missed a question from Greg. Did I, Stitch? From I'm gonna scroll up. Let's oh did I didn't see the question marks or the arrows. Thank you, darling. What is a good brand of hammock to start with all seasons? Greg, depends. There is so much with. It depends on how involved you want to get and how much you want to put into it, cost wise. A lot of variety, and I'll tell you what. I don't know what state you live in, Greg, but if you can get to a hammock event, not to stay overnight if you didn't want to stay overnight, but go to a hammock hang. There are lots of hammocks that people are so nice that you can even lay in their hammock or check a hammock out that's there and get tons of information because there's so much involved. Like when I bought my very first hammock, I had the worst night of my life. Not that it was in the middle of a snowstorm, but I couldn't get comfortable, wasn't comfortable. And the term of sleeping, like I don't like laying like a banana. Well, that's because it's not set up right. So all season, there is no hammock unless it has a sewn-in underquilt. That is really all season, all seasons. There's actually the hammock, unless it has a sewn-in underquilt, you can add more quilting to it to make it like winter, and based on the temperature that your area can get down to, and you're planning on going out and sleeping in it. Yeah, there's a lot. That's believe it or not, if you would have asked me that 3 years ago, I would have been like, oh, well, this hammock, because it's the one I was using. So a good starter one that's cost effective is another thing. But I like the one wind hammocks for cost effective because you can add to them. I was getting ready to point back here, but it's not back there. But in one of my videos, the Area 11, depends on how tall you are. Basically, a lot of hammocks, a lot of people think, well, I'm too heavy for a hammock. A lot of them go up to 300 and some pounds, even 400 pounds. But the strapping, everything, gosh, I wish I had a way to really pinpoint that for you, Greg. because there's so many variables, so many questions I would want to ask before I recommend anything, if that makes sense. Because I wouldn't want to see you go out there and waste money if you're not going to like it. That's why if we lived close, I would set it up and say, "Hey, give this a try," and I'd give you pointers on the hammock and why I like it and how to set it up, because it makes a difference whether you got a structural ridge line or not. That's the line that goes from strap to strap on the ends of the hammock to make it solid and make your lie in the hammock really nice. Yeah. So hopefully that answered it, but yeah, maybe yeah. Maybe there's a way. Oh, Urban Rat's gone. Good night, Tony and everyone. Have a fantastic week. You too, brother. Paul, take care. Maybe Paul and I could do a thing, but I need to fly over there where he's at, unless he came to Florida and did a hammock hang. No. All right, Paul. Have a great night and great week. But yes, Greg, I would say a lot of questions I would want to ask you about that before I gave you any pointers. Have a great night. Yeah, see you next live. Absolutely, Leonard. Let's see. Good night, everyone. Early morning, Freddie Moss saying. I'm going to be saying good night soon, too. Let's see. Yep. Shug will be there. Looking forward to meeting him. Yeah. And, Greg, look up Shug's website. He's one of the first guys that was recommended to me to watch for hammocks and to learn about different hammocks and different straps and setups. But he has some early stuff. There's even going to be a guy there I saw that wrote some books on hammocking, an author, and I can't remember his name, but he's going to be there. Can't think of it. Maybe Ed knows. You missed a question. Okay, now I'm back. Nah, we are making moves in the next year or two. That's awesome. Yeah, it says we're going to live on the road while I drive a truck. We're going to save our money, and the goal is eventually move to Japan because they're running short on skilled laborers. Really? That is wild. Did not realize that. Oh, well, best stay in touch. Absolutely. Stay in touch, please. Let's see. Hammock Mountain says, would I be a copycat if I rented a U-Haul and just camped in their parking lot? No. I was going to stay in their parking lot, was part of my idea if I didn't want to go too far. But, I mentioned this too, because one person said copycat for Steve Wallace. And, I said, well, 2 weeks before, so I did a steel bridge, right? 2 weeks later, Steve Wallace did a steel bridge underneath of it and cooked under it. Was he a copycat? No. There are only so many ideas out there, and it doesn't matter if people do the same exact thing. Everybody is different. The way they film, the way they talk, the way they improvise things and just engage in a video. It's not necessarily always about the same, the location, or, I mean, goodness, there is, like, someone just asked me, Tony, did you do any roundabout videos? Would I be copying off of somebody? Not copying, but everybody's got great ideas, and people like to watch a variety of people doing it. If no matter what there is out there, it's already been done, whether you realize it or not. Yeah, it's already been done. Yeah, just do it. And Hammock, you know what? Anybody that's on here right now, go over to Hammock Mountain and subscribe to his channel. Daniel's got great videos over there, and he's been doing it for a while. And I'll tell you what, he's got for the amount of people that know Hammock Mountain, and we need him to get to continue to grow. Absolutely, definitely. So if you're not subscribed to Hammock Mountain, please, please, please go subscribe to his channel. Yes. Hey Tony, I ordered that bracket. You ordered the bracket for me. Oh, thank you so much. I was gonna get it within the next 2 weeks. I was gonna get that. No worries. Enjoy it. Well, God bless you, Richard. Thank you so much. Yes, I will be looking forward to that. I know right where it'll go for that little fan. That's perfect. Thank you so much. What a blessing. Yes. Derek Hansen. That's it. Yes, he will be there. I saw that on the on. So I don't know if y'all get updates or not. If you're not, following Hangcon, them guys over there, they post stuff on Facebook, and that's where I get a lot of my information from. And I would love to have them on for a video, like do a little live talking about that before we go. If not before we go, we'll probably do one after. But I like to do one before we go down. Just get them on to talk about different things that's going on. So I got to reach out to them and see if they could come on. Do you guys like that? I think that would be pretty cool. Yes, Richard, each video is individual. You are too kind. It's not me, brother. Yeah, no, do it. I want to see it. Yeah. The same idea, different. Right, Freddie. Absolutely. Yeah, and Freddie made a comment on someone that was saying some stuff. Came to my not defense. I don't. Defense to me sounds like a negative word, but came with some information to someone because I wasn't. I did was just yes. Thank you, Freddie. Love you, brother. There we go. Check out Daniel's channel. Right there you go. It's true, Tony. It's all been done. Yep. Just go out and just do it. And that's what hinders a lot of people. I got a trick nobody has. There you go. Save it for Hangcon. Sounds like a good idea. Yes. Thank you for letting me know, and everyone idea from NE Ohio. Oh, okay. So Ohio, Northeast Ohio. Okay. Well, definitely there. If you go on to Dutchware.com, where he's a manufacturer, Dutch. He manufactures hammocks, but he has a calendar on there, and you can click on the calendar and see any hammock hangs. People that have hammock hangs posted on this. Not everyone, but a lot of people post events on that calendar. And Northeast Ohio, I'll tell you what, we're blessed in the on the East Coast because there's a lot of hammock hangs on the East Coast. I know we did some in Pennsylvania here. There's Virginia, but I believe maybe Ohio has one too. And like I said, it's great. It's like a community. When you go there, you might not know anybody. You just go, and before you know it, you know everybody. Yeah, and on those events, there's maybe anywhere from 12 to 80 people, maybe, give or take. But it's a smaller venue than the one in Florida. One in Florida, I don't know how many people registered yet this year. Maybe that's a question we'll ask the Hangcon people when they come on to our live. I got to get a hold of him this week. Yes. Oh, there you go. Thanks, Stitch. There's Shug's channel, include hammock-related tutorials. 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 Good night, all. Have a good week, says Chuck. Well, let's see where we're at. We're almost 2.5 hours. This is a long one tonight. Back in there, and I do have to go pick up Emma. She works at the hospital. She gets off at 11:30, so I got to drive over there and pick her up. But I'm going to go sit with Miss 2.0 for a little bit, and I am going to work on getting my backpack finished, getting it ready. Like I said, does anybody have any questions before we roll on out? Roll on out, or say goodnight and things. And I'm going to see goodnights here because I said the magic word, goodnight. But let me see. Is there anything else that I wanted to say or do? Or, oh, back there? No. Nothing. Good. I don't see anything over there that I wanted to talk about before I go. I guess that's it. Right? That's all I can think of. Oh, squirrel. A little sign there. All right. And the one on the other side. All right. Okay. I think we're good. You guys good? Good. Let's see. There's Darlene saying goodnight. Good night, Mary and Johnny. Good night, Hammock Mountain. Good night, Kitchen Witch. And good night, Jackie. Oh, they're jumping so fast. I'm trying to click on them. Good night, Old and Crackadated. Hammock Mountain. Mary, Greg. Good night. Yes, and let's see. Freddie. We got Hammock Mountain, KN, Robert Bell, Greg, Mary, Ed, Leonard, Richard, Robert. Oh, man, you guys are flying through the comments. All right, well, you know what we say, lights out. Oh, wait, that's when we're on a camp. I can't do lights out. I just got to go good night. All right, well, I'll tell you what, you guys have a great week. I've got lots of planning to do and thinking. Lots of it. All right, well, I'm still looking at everybody. Yes, Merry Christmas. God bless all, everyone. God bless. Johnny's saying, sounds like romper room. Oh, I see Darlene. And remember that big mirror thing with the hole in it? Oh, I see Hammock Mountain. Oh, and there we go. Stitch right there. Oh, hey, Stitch. Stitch, hope you're getting ready because I'll be picking you up. Be like tomorrow. Kind of like that. Oh, no, not yet. We're not there yet. All right. Well, yep. Good night, everyone. All right. Well, we'll see you. You guys have a great week. And I got so much to do. All right. Love you guys. Good night. Tony 2.0 out. But I got to click it yet. And then we're out. All right. We'll see you guys later. Have a good one. See ya. God bless. Good night.